Having Cayla changed my life. It was, okay, it's time to be a mom, and they say you don't have a book to go by. She's always been well-spoken and appeared older than she is, and she's written her own book of her life, singing and dancing, and she wants to be a pop star and, the next Disney star. I met Robert when Cayla was about 2.5. He had 4 older sons. Cayla loved being a little sister, to 4 older boys. It was a great life, just Robert and I just kind of grew apart, after 2 years together. I took a job and it took me out of state to Colorado. It was a typical Saturday morning. We were just hanging out in the house. Then there was a knock on my door, and I answered the door, and it was Child Protective Services. And he just said, basically, I'm here because Cayla told your nanny that her brother, Dimitri, had done some pretty terrible things to her. Their relationship was a typical brother and sister relationship in front of me. I trusted him, and Cayla trusted him and loved him with all her heart. And I just put it all together in my head at that point. All I wanted to do was hold my child and, protect her. Before Child Protective Services left, he had given me a business card for a place like Children's Center, and he said, this is your next step, call them. I didn't even know what that card meant. I just knew it was a start to something, and I was totally surprised that it was a place that had everything that you needed.
Generally, 1 in 10 children will be abused by the time they reach 18. We see children for a variety of types of abuse: sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and neglect. And we serve about 400 to 500 children a year here in our center, but we serve a lot more families and other adults in our community.
They told me that she would go through a forensic interview, and it would be in a private room, and I don't have to do anything else but be Cayla's mom. And that was so important to me, to just know that that was all I had to do, is just love her through whatever process we were going to go through. She was going to get the help that she needed.
First step is really educating yourself, your children, your own social circle about child abuse and neglect. When we educate ourselves, we really support children because they don't feel like they have to keep it hidden, they don't have to be ashamed, they don't have to bear the burden of the abuse.
Even though you're going through something so dark, like a family could be living their worst nightmare coming to Children's Center, if they're able to have it dealt with in a professional manner and know that their story was heard, and then having the family feel healthier because they followed the right process, when you come here, you're going to be taken care of.
Darkness to Light Stewards of Children is a primary prevention program that really works to educate everyone in a community about child sexual abuse, how common it is, the signs and symptoms, things to look for in case abuse is happening, ways to prevent abuse from happening, and really helping all of us to understand how to best protect our children.
I wanted to prevent what happened to Cayla. I wanted to prevent it from happening to as many children as I possibly could. There was a training that I had the opportunity to take to become a facilitator, to train other adults on how to recognize and prevent child sex abuse. And I thought, wow, isn't this full circle? It felt good.
What's really wonderful is to see a family like Denisha and Cayla, who's taken a really horrible experience and found strength in it and unified as a family and really have turned it into something positive, not only for their own family, but for their community.
It's imperative for children to feel supported, and for the families to have what they need in order to get through.
All adults in our community have a responsibility to protect children. That not only speaks to your own children and your children's friends, but to other children you may see in the school, in the parking lot, the grocery store. We're honored to play a part in helping to support families as their children grow up to be healthy and safe and really thrive.
Children's Center is vital to our community. If you can give your time, money, energy towards this place, it would have an exponential effect on our children and their families.